Advantage, Miss HALEP.
So 4 break points in this first game. Can she save this fourth? In the very first game of this match has the break.
First game.
Just feel if you had to choose between either player needing a quick start, it would be HSIEH, because it's HALEP who might have a few more nerves at the beginning of the match, but once she gets that momentum, gets that feel for striking, particularly the backhand side that's so solid, the biggest weapon of her game down the line, it's her signature shot.
Miss Simona HALEP to serve.
That's the angle she was looking for the last shot of the last game.
Love 15.
Dominating this service game.
It's quite extraordinary to see the way that she opens the court up with so little effort. Manipulate the ball at impact to place it on a dime.
Well, suddenly she right back in this. This is going to be a match of many breaks.
Love 14.
Now, HALEP doesn't have a massively overpowering serve herself. Is she able to get plenty of it in this game? 3 break points. Beautiful. I mean, we've talked about the skill and the variety of HSIEH, and there it is to break, and a break to love. How emphatic.
1 game all.
The disguise on this shot. First looks like she's going to hit it, then possibly slice it, and then completely comes under it for the drop shot.
Well, because she has this curious style with racket very close to her, able to maintain that disguise until the very last minute. Wonderful stuff. I wonder if we'll see anybody hold serve in this match.
Yeah, it's HALEP who has such an incredible return game, keeps her at the top of the game. Has such good balance, hits the ball well out in front on the return. Two to the backhand.
13.
And they come back with interest. Shea might go to the forehand here. She is so fast.
Just wide from Shea. An incredible rally.
Love 14.
Great defense from Halep.
Just overhit this a bit, but she does hit the ball on the rise. It's one of her assets.
A festival of breakpoints so far. 3 now for Halep.
Interesting, it's the slower
15,
serve.
40.
Change of pace there, 68 miles per hour. Disrupted the swing of Halep.
And there it is now for Halep. So
Miss Halep.
we still wait for our first hold of serve.
Miss Halep leads by 2-1 first set.
It was always likely that it might be a match like this with so many breaks of serve. And I said neither of them has a dominant serve. Halep's such a strong returner. And when you face a serve such as Shea, then you've obviously got every chance. But Shea has that creativity in the rallies, so an interesting match ahead.
Both players are so used to that return coming back with a lot of power because they don't have the strong serve, so they're used to absorbing the power with their legs, with good technique and good hands, so they can redirect the ball nicely.
Time. Ladies and gentlemen, please take a seat quickly, please. Thank you.
So let us see if somebody on this occasion, Simona Halep, can hold
Especially
serve.
behind the players. The players are ready. Thank you.
Spectators settling in. Halep at 2-1.
Love. 15-all.
Such an uncomplicated game from Shea. No topspin on the ball, very flat, well out in front, hits it early. And with the grass, when you get the awkward bounce or two, that's why
15.
Shea can play well on this surface. She can make those adjustments because the hands are very close to her and well out in front. No big backswings to contend with.
Beautiful. Swatted away in frustration by Halep. And again, it's seldom the conventional shot that you'll see from Shea.
Just how delicate was this volley, so soft.
I think it's going to be smashed away, then feathered over the net.
That Shea hit in that point had such purpose. She knew she was pulled wide on the return and had to put a little extra power on it. And then when she was pulled wide on the backhand, gave it a little loft, give herself time to recover. Knows her game very well. Understands her assets.
Wow.
Game, Miss Shea.
And a mistake by HALEP. The double faults gives Shea the break. We continue. Break of serve after break of serve.
First set.
Shea has now had 2 break points and taken them both, and there we are, 2 games apiece. So Simona Halep not entirely convincing yet. No coaching allowed in the slams either. Quite often you'll see Darren Cahill coming on and talking to Halep.
Love 15.
Fastest serve today for Hsieh Su-wei so far, 93 miles an hour. For Halep, 100. Compare that to Serena and Venus getting up to 115, sometimes 120. Oh, a little sloppy there from Hsieh. She had Halep pinned on the baseline.
Love 13.
Didn't move forward and hit that last shot out of the air.
Love 14.
Wow, servers are not enjoying themselves on court number 1. 3 break points for Simona Halep. Just from Hsieh, so 1 saved.
15-14.
Very comfortable to move forward. Should have done that on the second point of this game.
Oh! 30-14.
Oh dear, well, takes it at the 3rd attempt. Halep and Hsieh Su-wei with a pop of the cheeks, and
Miss Halep leads by 3 games to 2. First set.
probably looked to be going wide, and then Hsieh unsettled, sends it well long. A shake of the head from Halep as well, because it's not been a tidy start to this match at all.
Hsieh is difficult to play because she's unpredictable. Oftentimes, you're creating the pace. Disrupt the play. I don't think she's sometimes going to hit it as hard as she does, but she really gets on her front foot with great technique and loose arms. She's able to get great racket head speed.
McNamee mulling over a few things, and again for the coach it's just a powerless sit there, and you can't really get messages across, certainly not supposed to.
Ladies and gentlemen, find your seats quickly, please. Thank you.
McNamee, the coach of Hsieh Su-wei. So 5 games played, 5 breaks of serve. Simona Halep now with the advantage and serving at 3-2.
15 love.
Interesting to see Simona Halep and her mentality after winning the French, because we've seen in women's tennis frequently a player will win their first slam and they feel that pressure. I think for Simona Halep, she doesn't feel as much pressure. She feels less because she finally got that major.
30 love.
Don't get asked that question after losing in 3 finals.
Yeah, there have been a huge number of one-time winners who certainly that must be a factor.
I'm just so happy. I've got a huge smile on my face. Went back to Romania after winning Roland Garros. 20,000 fans in a stadium.
There for Halep, because that drop shot was easily read and a little bit too deep. But again, a wonderful rally.
40-15.
She didn't have excellent footwork there at the last second, had to lunge for that shot, so it wasn't quite as precise as she wanted, and she got away with it. We're in danger of a hold there.
I know. Perish the thought.
Looking to hit this return early. Earlier she hits at the sharper angle she can get.
40-30.
Says everything about HSIEH. Almost a casual air as she hit the return.
Just
so laissez-faire, almost exhibition-like.
That for sure.
From a position of strength, 40 love, Halep finds herself having to work hard and serve again.
Advantage, Miss Halep.
Thinking, I am driving these balls hard and deep, and they're making no effect at all. Shea just so calm. Looks like with mind and body. Never looks too ruffled.
Advantage, Miss.
So finally, we have a hold and a hold for Simona Halep.
Miss HALEP leads by 4 games to 2, first set.
I don't think we can talk enough of the impact that Darren Cahill has had on Simona. You talked about the time when he said, "I'm off the team."
Yeah, bye-bye.
After Miami, when he felt that she didn't give her best effort against Konta. And she has said it's the best thing he could have ever done because it really shook her up. She knew that she had to change her attitude. Got Halep in trouble against Ostapenko at the finals of the
15
French
love.
last year when she was up in a match and still got dark. When she lost a game, she was up a set in 3-1.
Let, first serve.
It's the biggest change Simona Halep has made in the last year and a half. Is she's able to reel herself in. When she starts to get too negative, like this would be a time right now where she would start to rush.
Thirty, 15.
Halep has been honest about working with a sports psychologist in Florida and sometimes travels with her, but most of the time it's just a phone call away.
An expensive phone call away.
40, 30.
Little glance up at the coach, not happy with this game. That is a gift from Shea.
I mean, the thing is, as you say, Halep's not playing well in this game, but Shea is making a few too many mistakes as well. Messy from both in this one.
Not many opportunities if you're the lower ranked player. You need to seize those. Especially she's already down in this set. Another one.
Yeah.
Advantage, Miss HALEP.
And a double break, even in this match of many breaks of serve. And this set would be just about over.
Not many have the creativity of Shea, of seeing the court and the angles and then the skill set to match it.
From HALEP, but the one who stands firm is Shea.
Advantage, Miss Shear.
Halep with a swat of the hand after that point. Defensive skills of Shea getting under her skin.
Game.
So there, the hold for Shea Su-Wei.
Miss HALEP leads by 4 games to 3, first set.
And Shea Su-Wei will certainly believe that she can still compete and fight for this first set, because she knows she's had plenty of Halep serve so far. In this ladies singles in Wimbledon 2018, where the seeds have tumbled left, right and centre. The number 1 seed is still there, but not hugely convincing so far in this match. Although, as we've been talking about Shea we can make things awkward and make things uncomfortable for quite a few players.
That was a monumental game emotionally for both players and scoreline as well. Big difference between 5-2 and up 4-3.
Oh, that's the most impressive. That's a windmill. That's not a fan. He has stolen something from the Netherlands. That used to be powering half of the southeast of England. So, new balls, and Simona Halep still with the break, serving 4-3.
Love 15.
Remember, Halep got down 5-3 against Zheng in the last match, and she was looking disappointed. She was hard on herself. She was able to right the ship. She calmed down, worked the points better. That's what she needs to do here.
Just an indicator for how the serves are struggling for both players.
15. Oh.
Simona Halep points one on first serve, 50%, points one on second, 29. Shea points one on first serve, 55, and 23% one on second serve. So it is not a match for the servers at the moment.
It's an incredible
15,
stat.
14.
Halep's only won 9 points on her serve. Number 1 in the world. Shea's actually won 15. I think that says a lot about the Shea return.
30. Oh.
Halep could get her first service percentage up. It's just at 54%. But Shea, without an incredible return, we wouldn't be seeing her on center court now because she loses her serve an awful lot.
Yes.
Forty, 30.
Off the tape, off the line.
Juice.
Great response. 104. Close to the fastest of the day.
Undoing Simona Halep. I think she's fine.
Just incredible to watch Shea with this so little movement, and wrong foot's Halep.
HALEP is challenging the ball on the left baseline, and the ball was ruled out.
HALEP going to ask the question of Hawkeye. Again, two very, very wrong challenges from HALEP in this set.
Emotional challenges.
Yeah.
Let for serve.
Shea's very aware of what's happening on the other side. The irritation levels going up from HALEP.
Oh, no. Again, everything had been done so well by Shea, and it was there for her. Could almost do anything with that.
HALEP has one challenge remaining.
She's got so many shots in her armory, it's almost as if she didn't know which one to use.
He was going to try to wrong foot HALEP, and HALEP was guessing that way.
Well, HALEP with the fastest serve of the match.
Advantage, Miss HALEP.
Such small margins in any match, but particularly on grass. Will that point be so costly for Shea?
It may well. Shea wastes the opportunity.
Miss HALEP leads by 5-3, first set.
That may have been her last chance in this match, in this set rather. But what an opportunity on break point.
Maybe too much time. Ball sitting there, waiting to be struck. Now she's got it reset. This is such a big moment for Shea, 32 years old.
Oh, what an angle.
Love the backhand slice from HALEP, giving her a little of her own medicine, change of pace.
Let for serve.
Could have easily hit a forehand there. She chose to run around that and hit a backhand.
15-30.
Such a clean ball strike on that side. Looks perplexed. That's her signature shot. Didn't hit it cleanly.
Well, in a set where the receiving player has dominated, rather fitting that it should be a first set point for HALEP. given away by HSIEH at the end. Simona Halep, the number 1 seed, takes this first set.
6 games to 3.
So it was fairly closely fought in terms of opportunities on each player's serve, but HSIEH again, how much she might regret if she were one to dwell on such things, that break point that she had, and fluffed her lines rather. Incidentally, listing the players who had done, the women who have done in the Open era, the French Open Wimbledon double, which Halep is trying to do here, of course. I listed who did I list? Margaret Court, Billie Jean King, Chris Evert, Navratilova, Graf, Serena Williams. I missed out Yvonne Goolagong, 1971, so apologies to all fans of the great Yvonne Goolagong Crawley. It's 1971 she did it. But I'm not seeing anything here at the moment that convinces me in this match that Simona Halep is necessarily going to do it, but it's been a strange championship so far. You look at Serena Williams coming back and getting stronger again yesterday. Who might be the favourite now?
Well, after I saw Serena play yesterday, the way that she raised the level of her game against Mladenovic, and the fact that Madison Keys, who Serena would have played next, lost to Rodina. Rodina, a qualifier ranked around 120 in the world. That's Serena's next opponent. I'm putting Serena at the top of the heap now, but plenty of others that have a chance. The women's draw is wide open. The bottom has fallen out of it for the seeds.
Quick look at the stats there for you, and again fairly evenly split actually in terms of total points won, just 5 the difference.
Second set, Miss Halep.
Halep making fewer unforced errors, probably the key thing there, but again it's who wins the bigger points. Halep managed to do that in the first set. Getting hotter as well, 34 degrees down there just now, so toasty.
Normally when the stats are put up, we're looking at break points and break point conversions, but it was Halep who had the extra hold. She had 2 holds, Shea just 1.
Thirty-nine. Fifteen.
And important that Halep starts with a good strong service game here.
40-15.
Excellent angle for Halep to open up the court and regain control, and good positioning right along the baseline.
An ooh from the crowd as the ball boy gets it wrong. So, near enough the ideal start to the second set for
First game, second set.
Simona Halep. After all the struggles for the servers in the first set, to look a little bit more convincing there. It's the ball boys and ball girls I feel sorry for in these conditions sometimes, because the players have all their rehydrating procedures and they know exactly what they're doing. But sometimes you do occasionally see, he said with a chuckle, you do occasionally see them keeling over. But they're very well protected with these hats. French Foreign Legion. They do very hard work here.
Yeah, you don't notice them, and
No.
that shows what a great job they're doing.
It's not easy. The beast from the east, do you remember that? Oh, the winds come in from Siberia. You wouldn't have got them in the States, although you had quite a cold winter in the States, I think, as well. But yeah, beginning of March, it was record lows over here.
Also must be doing a terrific job.
15 love.
Yeah.
Grass still looks healthy, and it's been taking a lot of heat all week.
That's wonderful again from Cher. The other thing I imagine, Tracy, is that players can sometimes work off the weight of the shot coming down, the speed of the ball coming down from their opponents, but when you get the shots coming down from Hsieh Su-wei, you haven't really got that pace to work with.
Yes, she
30-15.
is so slight, but she has such great technique and very simple, and her timing is magnificent. This length there, so she really drives through the hit zone.
40-15.
And that was actually Hsieh's fastest serve, or equaling fastest serve of the match. So it's not about the pace. It's not great pace anyway, 93 miles an hour, but it was a comfortable hit for HALEP.
Gust of wind.
HALEP not quite ready.
Towel blew off the chair. That wind came out of nowhere.
One game on, second set.
Different in the second set. A couple of games, couple of holes of serve.
$15-11.
HALEP knows there's no point in chasing. Again, the variety of shot from Hsieh Su-wei.
15-all.
Just her ability to know how hard to hit the ball, when to take the pace off and just go for accuracy, like a magic wand.
$30-15.
Of course, two hands on both sides limit your range, so that serve very effective.
Slight miscue.
30 all.
Some mistakes now coming from HALEP, and pressure on the
40.
world number one.
A little sloppy. She's got to tighten it up here.
Shea takes it. HALEP throwing everything at Hsieh Su-wei. But this player from Chinese Taipei stands firm and breaks in this second set.
This Hsieh leads by 2-1. Second set. First set is HALEP.
Well, Simona HALEP guilty of not killing off that point though, and giving Hsieh Su-wei every chance. Again, the defence from Hsieh Su-wei, she seems to feed off the power that others send down at her. She's just able to soak it up. But this should have been put away by HALEP.
Just that ability to get the extra ball back in play, and HALEP mistimed that a little. You want to hit that right about shoulder level, and it got up higher than she wanted it. So it wasn't quite as powerful as it needed to be. The execution here from Hsieh, and I get a feeling that this crowd is really enjoying watching this contest because it's a throwback game, such a unique style.
Well, I mean, and in the modern game as well, it's so dominated by power, and a lot of players play the same way, so it's refreshing to see something different. And dare one say it, she plays the kind of game that others might play the clubs, just on a much, much higher level, but it's something that they can aspire to play. They want it. A lot of the women watching won't be 5'10", 6 feet with the power that others possess, but they say, okay, I can try and mix it up a little bit. And she does it so well. I wouldn't say it's worrying yet for HALEP, but I think she knew she would be in for a tricky match today because of the way Hsieh plays, and certainly proving so.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The players are ready. Thank you. Love 15.
That backhand slice hit on the inside of the ball. That did look like a club level shot, but it could be so effective.
$15 all.
It's fascinating watching things out on court themselves. We talked about coaching not allowed in the slams for the women, so no advice can come. So they've got to puzzle it out themselves, and that's part of being one of the best players. Denied by the net, HALEP.
40-15.
This is where HALEP has improved so much mentally. She's able to reset and regain composure. Fortune doesn't go her way. It wasn't always that way for HALEP. You could just see her spirit start to melt.
Dan Cahill, face of stone. Killer Cahill.
I think he purposefully doesn't show much emotion.
Miss Xie leads by 3 games to 1. Second set.
I would say that Killer Cahill is a recognised nickname for Dan Cahill. I'm not just casting aspersions on him. He is. That's what he's known as. No, that lob won't work. And again, good imposing play there from HALEP.
15 love.
And even that return, just the way she played it, she had to
15 all.
something different every time.
The slice, not much pace. HALEP has to dig it out. Unsuccessful.
And a fortune this time for HALEP.
30-15.
The net steering it back into play.
The wind held it back just a touch. So much variety. It's so pleasant to watch from Shea. That's what's
40-15.
testing playing against Shea. So many opponents have a pattern or patterns that they like to go to. You never know if she's going down line, cross court, slice.
So hold a serve for Simona HALEP.
Miss Xie leads by 3 games to 2. Second set. First set, Miss HALEP.
So it changes to court number 1, and the structure is in place for the roof to be put on after these championships. It'll be ready for the next championships, 2019. I think they're stopping there in terms of roofs. Don't know if they're putting any others on. Court 2, tiny little canopy across.
Like some part of it's already in place. I think the actual trusses are over.
They're waiting.
Orangi.
Yeah, there we are. There's the sliding mechanism in place. And over on Orangi, they've got the rest of it, to use a technical term.
On courts 1 and 2, there are the practice courts.
Yeah.
First couple of practice courts, there they are, ready to go.
Would only be used for a bit of shade this year. They would have slid it across. Temperature continues to rise here.
Time.
Well, there's a look at centre court and court number 1. We're beyond that, right up at the top of your picture. Wimbledon Park Golf Course. Down to court number 2 on the right hand side. Court 3 on the left. And London and the skyline there at the very, very top of your screen. There is central London. So Xie Su Wei serving with this break of serve, 3-2.
15 love. Oh.
The ooh for a second double fault only in this match from Xie Su Wei.
Fastest serve still at just 94 miles per hour from Shea.
15-30.
Untidy,
Yeah.
untidy from Hsieh Su-wei so far in this game, and you can sense that Halep's ready to pounce. Well, you always wonder what Hsieh Su-wei is going to do next. So that perhaps not the right option, or certainly execution. And Halep to break points.
15-14.
Halep was just on the baseline and read this drop shot extremely well. Was up with plenty of time.
2 break points for Halep. Well, Hsieh Su-wei sees out the attritional rally.
30-14.
So deep to the corners. Her accuracy is really admirable. Oh, beautifully done.
So Halep breaks back. Dominated that game.
3 games all. Second set.
Great shoulder turn here from Halep. So well disguised, and then she draws it up the line.
Wow, great shot.
Fifteen 11.
Oh, it's fantastic to watch. Halep would not agree at the moment.
15 all.
Most players like to move left to right. So few like to move up and back, and then back up again.
A point hard earned by Hsieh Su-wei deserves all the applause of the Court 1 crowd.
15-13.
And sometimes she has such economy of movement, Hsieh Su-wei, but she had to do a fair share of running there. Then look to the crowd.
30
Yep.
all.
We're getting in position. Needs to get those feet moving.
Pivotal game. Simona down 3-1 in this set. She's made a nice comeback. Gotten her focus back. Two loose points.
Disappointed. We saw some brilliance in that game from Shea, but also some untidy stuff.
Miss HALEP leads by 4-3, second set, and by 1 set to love.
And you mentioned in her second round match, HALEP had that run of games coming back against Zheng Chaixai of China. And here she's just got into a bit of a rhythm now, and whether it's because Shea has dropped her level or HALEP has picked up hers, but from a position of some strength for Shea in this set, she's now right up against it. Still on serve, but the momentum is certainly with HALEP.
Yeah, and HALEP talked about the fact that she did not play a lead-up or a warm-up tournament. She felt the need to take time off after winning Roland Garros. She was physically depleted, mentally depleted after winning her first Grand Slam, took 2 weeks off. She said a lot of that 2 weeks she was sleeping. She was exhausted. Came to Wimbledon 8 days before the championships. She said her Achilles tendon was still a little sore when she got here.
Yeah.
Time.
Sleeping for a fortnight. Tremendous. Sun disappears again for a moment on court one, but still very, very warm out there. This match now with Simona Halep. Xie Su Wei serving with new balls at 3-4. Oh, flash of that forehand.
15-11.
Something that's tough to tell because she hits it so quickly is that Shea switches her hands. Unlike Monica Seles, who had the same grip, she would cross over on the forehand, whereas Shea has a different bottom hand for each shot that she hits, almost like two backhands.
Out. 30-15.
This time it's Shea who is imposing herself.
40-15.
Well, Shea gets so much pace and accuracy, balls that looked like they were behind her. This one on the front foot.
What an impressive service game from Xie Su Wei.
4 games all.
To
Second set.
halt the run of HALEP wins. And at 3-4 and a set down, it had to be good.
Love 15. Oh.
Don't you get the feeling that HALEP is working so hard and Shea is just so economical with her strokes? Such a short take back, just absorbing the pace, redirecting.
Broken down HALEP there, but you saw throughout that rally how low down she and Shea both have to get. Every shot like a squat.
15-30.
HALEP 5'6", Shea 5'7", but they still need to use the lower body, absorb the pace.
A costly mistake by Shea.
30 all.
Second serve to face at 15-30.
HALEP appreciates that generosity.
Wayward again from both players in this game. And well, this set seemed to be slipping towards HALEP, but suddenly it's Shea with break point. So HSIEH will in a few moments' time serve for the second set against the number 1 seed.
Miss Shea leads by 5 games to 4. Second set. First set, Miss HALEP.
Well, curious as HALEP seemed to be taking control of this set. It changes again. We talked about the style of HSIEH and how it is unconventional. Look at this, Tracy, for us.
Yeah, economical, and the right hand is at the top and very short. Just fluid swings. Body weight moves forward. Absorbs the pace beautifully. No extra top spin. You can see the change of the grips as well, which is very challenging when the ball is coming at you with that much pace.
Well, the crowd getting involved now. That's what a game HSIEH faces. Already had 9 breaks of serve. HSIEH looking to avoid another serving for the second set.
Love.
Simona Halep giving Hsieh another chance, and Hsieh Su-Wei taking it so well.
The anticipation, incredible, and then the execution, perfect. Robbed Halep of that point.
Oh, brilliant again. What defense from Hsieh Su-Wei. So, 3 set points. Given away by Simona Halep. What a performance from Hsieh Su-Wei. Paul McNamee, her coach, leads the applause, and we are square here on court number 1, a set apiece.
Not see that happening about 10 minutes ago. Hsieh had the 3-1 lead in the second set, but then Halep won 3 games in a row, seemingly had all the momentum, looking to close this match out.
Yeah, that was a very quick switch in momentum in that second set, and Hsieh Su-Wei, well, she has a chance now because Halep's not playing to the very best of her abilities, offering just enough for Hsieh Su-Wei. And look at the stats, and pretty even again. Not much really between the players there at all.
No, it's just amazing swings of momentum there, and just a little lapse of concentration from Halep up 4-3, and then an incredible service game from Hsieh to win it so decisively.
So Halep has lost the first set of her championship after having come through in straights against Kurumi Nara and Zheng Sai. And it's how she responds to this now. Well, she did lose in their previous meeting in Cincinnati 5 years ago. She did lose the first set against Hsieh. There we are, total points on. We said it was even. 64 points apiece.
Final sets, Miss Halep to serve.
So Halep, the number 1 seed. That's going in this third set.
Love 15.
Halep has played 15 3-setters this year. She's won 13 of them. Hsieh is 6-4. Andrew, I think these first couple of games are crucial for Halep. As the number 1 seed, I think she would feel like she let that second set get away from her.
No doubt.
How she responds emotionally is going to be the key to this victory. She can stay positive. She can stay present and clear in what she needs to do.
Stuff from Halep, a torrent of noise coming down from that end of the court. Hsieh silent, withstanding until the last stroke.
40-15.
Last backhand down the line, absolutely phenomenal. From behind Her, and she just uses the left hand to get the ball back in the court.
There is a great contrast in volume between the two players. So there are a hold of serve for HALEP, and as Tracy said, how important that is to steady things.
First game, final set.
Just starting to let things get away from her. But again, in tennis, things can switch around so quickly, so that hold of serve gives her the launch pad to attack this deciding set.
She's had success here. Got to the semis back in 2014, a couple of quarters. She must know that this draw is wide open. Can't think about that now, though.
Love 15.
So many similarities between these two. Of course, their stature, their ability to move so well, absorb the pace. Because they're both so quick, it's tough to get a lot of winners on the board.
Thirty 15.
Remember, Shea beat Muguruza at this year's Australian, so she knows how to take a big name player down in a major.
Let's first serve.
Again, sheer grinding down Simona Halep. 17 shots.
40 15.
That'll do it.
Seemingly takes 2 or 3 winners for Halep to finally get the point. Court starts to shrink. Both so quick.
What an angle again from Simona Halep. Seeing a few more winners now.
Yes.
Both these players have hit far more unforced errors than they have winners. That kind of match, but just a half an opening here for Simona Halep. eventually she yields. HALEP just beating her down.
Advantage, Miss HALEP.
Fantastic hitting. This match is so physical, each point. The stops, the starts, the sprints.
So break point for Simona HALEP. Long, is it long? HALEP pleading up. She must challenge just for the brilliance of it. I think it's long, but what a point. Hawkeye will be the ultimate judge, and it is long. A groan from the crowd. Almost everyone, save Shea and some loyal fans, willing that to be in. What a point.
This is worth an extra look. HALEP hits this from behind her back. It was the only thing she could do. What an effort.
Yes, no. And after that,
Miss HALEP.
After that, the double fault.
Fatigue creeping in, understandably.
Well, HALEP takes it now, and Shea just slipped away in those final 2 points. Double fault and then the mistake, and HALEP has the break.
Miss HALEP leads by 2 games to love. Final set.
Best game of the match, I think. Certainly the best point within it. And perhaps the most crucial game. Still a long way to go in this set. A match of many breaks of serve, but I think Shea was just a very, very tired player at the end of that game.
HALEP lost the point, but helped her win the next 2.
Let for serve.
That's why you spend so much time in the gym, that ability to get the heart rate down quickly.
This one wide, HALEP still running. But Shea looks a little bit weary.
Love 15.
HALEP trying to do the same thing Shea's been doing to her all day, with the drop and then the lob.
No, it works. Again, just a lazy waft of the racket on the return.
Love 13.
Did she find that angle? No, that was possible.
This is where HALEP has to dig in.
15-13.
Coming a shot maker's delight here.
Challenge from Simona HALEP.
Near sideline, the ball's called out.
She has been woeful so far with her challenges. This one closer. Certainly worth asking the question, but it was wide.
40.
And so break point for Hsieh Su-wei. Finds a way through.
Having to hit awfully close to the lines in order to get a winner.
Juice. Miss HALEP has one challenge remaining. Advantage, Miss Hsieh.
Not to be.
Juice.
Far more of a physical test now for both players in this deciding set.
The depth from HALEP, actually the depth from both players has been really incredible. And Hsieh absorbing it so easily. Hsieh wants to hit this return early.
The angle again that she finds, arms so close to the body and just looking for the line.
Backed HALEP up. Backed her up on that with that return.
Slicing HALEP apart, and Hsieh Su-wei breaks. And back on serve in this deciding set.
Miss HALEP leads by 2-1. Final set.
Certainly a bit more of a buzz around court one now. We're seeing well, the first couple of sets there are a few too many errors, but there's been some very, very good play of late.
I just feel like that was such a crucial game for Hsieh, not to get down 3-love. She was seemingly getting a little fatigued, and that was really a perfect signature point from Hsieh with the pace and the depth and then the angle and then the slice at the end. HALEP's ball eventually hit the backdrop on the fly.
Difficult to play against, to say the least, and HALEP is certainly finding that. I've seen some great tennis. This was a standout point earlier on.
Coming up, great get from HALEP, but coming up where HALEP hits this ball from behind the back, that is not something you practice. You've seen tweeners, but that's sidewinder.
And she thought she had it. Look at this reaction from HALEP here. That's how good this point was, but denied by Hawkeye.
Ladies and gentlemen, take your seats quickly, please. Thank you.
So, nothing at all between these players in this deciding set. We are on serve.
Please, the players are ready. Thank you.
Spectators taking a while to come in and settle down. But HSIEH serving at 1-2. From HALEP, and she's winding up every shot, and HSIEH just stands there.
15 love.
And occasionally moves around, but gets to the ball, but somehow with just the, it seems to be a sort of minimalist swing, gets it back.
No mistake there. And HALEP with the relentless attack. But HSIEH just continues to ask the questions. So many of these balls from HSIEH, the last couple of points, not coming back with much pace, and HALEP has to create all of it.
Didn't work on that occasion. Sometimes you watch HSIEH and she looks like
15-13.
just going through a casual knock-up.
Takes a lot out of you physically to keep running for these drop shots, though.
Suddenly HALEP seems the brighter, the stronger, the fitter.
15-14.
Taking advantage of that second serve at 67 miles an hour.
HSIEH taking every moment available. She does look very, very tired.
$30-14.
Wonderful defense by HSIEH. HALEP stares in disbelief, thought she had broken.
Juice.
Backhand down the line from HALEP would have been a point-ending shot against most players.
We shall have another chance, HALEP.
Advantage, Miss HALEP.
You saw HALEP staring at the line in that previous point as the ball just died on her, but is given another opportunity.
Very welcome mistake for HALEP.
And again, a line finder from HSIEH.
The ball hits the line, it just checks and stops a little, so it changes the swing path.
Advantage, Miss HALEP.
Well, HSIEH has been, say, finding the lines, riding her luck a little bit in this game, but she's going to have to see off another break point.
HALEP's converted 6 of 18. A lot of looks at break points.
mistake from Halep.
Juice.
That's an example, though, of the slice from Shea and Halep having to create all of the pace over hits.
That's that 13 break points saved by HSIEH. HSIEH can get a racket on that.
Finally a winner.
Advantage, Miss Halep.
I wondered when the first cry of "Come on England" would arrive, and there it is. Always gets a laugh. And now the break arrives for Simona Halep, finally on the 5th break point. And you see what it means to
Miss
Halep.
Halep leads by 3 games to 1. Final set.
Well, looking at HSIEH is standing right in front of our commentary box, and she is breathing hard.
That's what we thought after Halep got up 2-love as well. Then Halep was serving, and somehow Shea found an extra gear. Can she do it again?
Love.
'Just looks slightly stronger now, Halep.
Love.
Halep continues to work Shea side to side, and it seems to be making an impact on the legs of Shea. Such a crucial element in tennis is to rob your opponent of time. You can do that a couple of ways, with huge power, or Shea does it by hitting the ball so early like she did there.
Challenge.
Nicole on the right
HSIEH.
baseline, the ball scored out.
You just need a little more time. What do you think?
Yep, that's a very good point. Just give me a moment here. It's 3 feet beyond the baseline, but I just need a few seconds.
40-15.
She hasn't challenged that often,
She
HSIEH
has
either.
2 challenges.
Too tired almost to fling the racket in the air.
Halep leads by 4 games to 1. Final set.
And she's still got a chance here, HSIEH, but everything seems to be going the way of Halep at the moment.
I've got to give Halep a lot of credit. Comes in here, winning Roland Garros, #1 seed. So many of the seeds have started to fall. Only 2 of the top 10 still remaining. It's Halep and Karolina Pliskova at #7. Coming out playing today against Shea, who's played one of the better matches of her life.
And the winner of this one
still been positive.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's just in terms of a championship in the draw, it's impossible to predict anything now. Really, we were talking about Williams looking better and better. But the winner of this one plays either Elise Mertens of Belgium, she's the #15 seed, or the Slovakian Dominika Cibulkova, who beat Konta in the second round, unseeded Cibulkova. But at the moment, Cibulkova is leading Mertens out on court #2. So who knows is the theme of this championship.
Expect the unexpected.
Yeah, but the #1 seed is in a pretty good position now. She would love the comfort of a double break, though. Hsieh Su-wei serving here in this decider at 1-4. Looks all jammed up, but somehow gets it back.
15 love.
Just deflected that.
Thirty love.
Wow. Halep does not want to let
40 love.
Shea have a quick service game here. Shea looked a little dispirited after that last game that she lost. That love.
Game Miss
Wow, I mean, a hole to love is a thing of real rarity in this match.
Miss Halep leads by 4-2. Final set.
Again, that, as Tracy is saying, just gives Shea a little bit of a boost, and now she can have a go at the Halep serve. This has been a match where the servers have been under pressure and trouble throughout.
So Halep will have to regroup here. That last game couldn't have been more than 2 minutes. Serving with new balls should give Halep serve a little more zest.
Shame. Shea again does wondrous things, and then the loose one.
15 love. Fifteen all.
Really important for Halep to stay focused here, hold on to her serve, get that 5-2 lead.
30-15.
Have that cushion towards the finish line. Does Shea have that one last gasp here? Can she raise her level?
Oh, wow. How's about that for first ace of the match for Simona Halep to get that 5-2 lead?
Miss Halep leads by 5-2. Final set.
And even though it is just one break in front, it feels like a long way clear, and difficult to see Shea coming back into this now. But it has been a hard and hot afternoon's work for Simona Halep. Super slow-mo is almost invented for sport, isn't it? It's fantastic to see the effort and the styles and the technique involved and the different techniques here. Yep, that's where the noise comes from. So, Xie Su Wei served out to love last time, serving to stay in it.
Love.
Minimalist foot movement, Xie Su Wei just seems to stand there, finds the angles all the time.
Seems so effortless for her. Arms move through so freely.
30 love.
It is brilliant. It looks as if she's changed her mind suddenly, or just decided at the last minute to do this, but it's a calculated disguise, and then the technique to bring it off.
Not the conventional time to hit a drop shot when you're on your back foot.
Help! 40-15.
That brings to an end 7 consecutive points won on serve for Xie, which in this match is something else. So 2 very convincing holds of serve from Xie in her last 2 service games.
Miss Halep leads by 5-3. Final set.
So Simona Halep, the number 1 seed, the world number 1, has to serve it out now. And again, far from a foregone conclusion.
Cleanly and early, puts pressure on. And Halep serve. Halep needs a first serve. Hold her head down.
Oh wow! I mean, it's a sheer special again. That's what she needed. As Tracy was saying, has to land a couple of big first serves because Xie is throwing everything into this now. And here, Halep with the finish line in sight. He's stumbling.
She's really backed off. Shea has gotten more aggressive.
Too strong in the end from HALEP. 1 break point saved.
30-14.
Great response from HALEP. Got herself in a predicament.
You have to applaud it. 2 break points. Seen off. It's how aggressive do you be? How much do you try and avoid retreating into your shell? What an angle again by HSIEH.
The first point of this game, a second serve there, and Shea cleaned the line, down the line.
Break
One
point.
cross court.
Well, HALEP, I'm pondering for a moment, I'm sure, whether it was worth a challenge, but no, it was right on the line. The break is there for HSIEH, and this match, once more, right in the balance.
Miss HALEP leads by 5 games to 4. Final set.
So, what were we saying? 5-2. The match is all but done and dusted, but we knew as well that in this match that it had so many breaks of serve. What, 13 breaks of serve in this match so far, that it was far from done and dusted. And Shea played one of the best games of the match.
That's what's so incredible. I thought that Shea was feeling the fatigue. She had so many lines that last game. Ultra aggressive on her return, so gets in the driver's seat right away. Pushing HALEP behind the baseline. She won the battle of the court positioning in that game. Whoever can get the first strike, can get close to the baseline, hit the ball early.
But of course, we've talked about how many breaks of serve there have been. HSIEH still has to serve to stay in this match. No small task.
Thank you. Thank you.
Brilliant, so accurate from Simona HALEP.
Love for 10.
There's just no real advantage to be serving in this match. It's just a means of getting the rally going. Found by HSIEH.
And the fist pumps are starting to come from Shea. Haven't seen that before, and a little more vocal as well.
15.
Maximum effort.
15-13.
Can't afford the unforced errors. HALEP just 2 points away.
Tough time to go down the line. That goes in. Shea's got the cross court wide open.
After just over 2 hours of play, Simona HALEP has given herself the first chance of moving through into the fourth round. And the noise will swell inside court number 1. Match point. Brilliant from Shea. And again, to do it under that pressure.
Juice.
Very brave backhand within a couple inches of the line.
The crowd seem to be throwing themselves behind Shea Su Wei.
Advantage, Miss Shea.
This time by HALEP.
There ever was a time where Shea needed an accurate lob, it was that point. First one just too short.
Long from HALEP, and the resistance of Shea so hard to break down.
Advantage, Miss Shea.
HALEP talking to her coach after that forehand mistake.
Well, the aggression coming down from HALEP, but Shea equal to the task on most occasions, but we'll have to dig deep again.
Defense extraordinary from Shea. Seems to know where HALEP's going to hit.
Advantage, Miss Shea.
It's long again, and she holds serve and holds on in this match. And lifted by the Court 1 crowd.
Left for serve.
Join. Of course, now such pressure comes down on the
Love 15.
HALEP serve.
Oh.
15. Once again, the defence of HSIEH does its bits.
15-13.
13 breaks of serve in this match.
Oh.
5-2 in this final set. It seemed to be there for HALEP's taking, and she has dug in so well.
Up 5-2. Shea seemed to be a little out of gas, fatigued. HALEP moving
40-13.
Shea side to side, but somehow 32-year-old able to find that extra gear, started to play more aggressively. She faced a match point serving in that 10th game.
Again, talk about fatigue or pressure, combination of the two. And double fault number 4 in the match from Simona Halep. Darren Cahill, her coach. Coaching on a couple of Australian coaches, Sir Paul McNamee, who's coach of Shea. But that is the best we've seen from Halep when she's able to impose herself with a simple 1-2 strike like that. Hasn't happened.
Advantage, Miss Halep.
Hasn't happened too often.
Shea able to extend points with her incredible defensive skills. Extract airs from Halep.
So low, even Halep with her talents and with her height couldn't get down. They enjoyed it, big Halep fans.
Yes.
And she couldn't get down to this one. And for both servers throughout this match, it has been such a struggle.
Shea has been successful with the slice all day, skidding through the grass, just like that last shot.
Having to adjust a massive forehand slice.
Advantage, Miss Halep.
Betrays Shea on this occasion.
She has not gone away mentally
Yes.
today, and the depth on her shots has been outstanding. The way that she's hit her return so early.
Advantage, Miss Xie.
So Xie Su-wei, break point against the number 1 seed. And she takes it so well. Xie Su-wei, a game away from upsetting the highest seed of all. And what an effort she has made from 5-2 down in this deciding set to the brink of victory. Well, we say to the brink of victory, but in this match, to hold serve, to serve out is going to be quite a task.
Really has been such high quality tennis and so many similarities between these two young ladies, neither with a powerful serve enough to knock their opponent back. Both hit the ball pretty flat, incredible defensive skills, quick about the court.
But again, we looked in at 5-2, and before that she looked so tired, Xie Su-wei, and she has seen off 1 match point herself, but found some running from somewhere, and her defensive work is extraordinary.
32 years old, so much less experience in situations like this, although she did beat Muguruza at the Australian Open this year.
She's been broken 7 times in this match so far. Xie Su-wei, though, if she can hold serve, she will end the challenge of the world number 1.
Certainly the biggest service game of her career. How does she handle the nerves? For HALEP, she cannot give her any free points but continue to be aggressive.
What a start to this game from Simona Halep.
Number 13.
Xie Su-wei, the defensive work again, and then she strikes. Halep stretching her one way and then the other, but never breaking her.
Wow, so appreciative of the effort of both ladies.
Is it good from Halep? It is. The power raining down on HSIEH.
15-14.
That had to be in by just the smallest of margins.
Just a clip on the back of the line, and it gives Simona Halep 2 precious break points.
A
return of fatigue, physical and perhaps mental as well.
No! HSIEH saves again. And Halep run every way across number 1 court by HSIEH.
Great effort from Halep to dig this drop shot out, and didn't do enough with this volley.
And suddenly, having saved match point a couple of games ago, HSIEH is so very close.
Please.
HSIEH, the greatest win of her singles career. And in a championship where the seeds have been scattered, the highest seed of all is now gone. Simona Halep, the world #1, the French Open champion. No Wimbledon double because HSIEH is triumphant in court #1, and what a victory. She was down and seemed dead and buried herself in that deciding set, nearly broken by fatigue, but comes through to win. And what a match, what a match, what a victory. Her coach, Paul McNamee, capturing the moment. He's known some victories at Wimbledon, as this woman has in doubles, but in singles that is as good as it gets for HSIEH.
Crowd is on their feet. So much respect for this young lady. The effort level for her to dig in when she didn't look like there was anything left to give. And for Simona Halep, it's going to be a great disappointment. She did have 1 match point in the 10th game of that 3rd set.
Well, before this year, she had never been beyond the 3rd round. She has now in the background. Halep leaves dejected and beaten in HSIEH. A winner of the doubles here in 2013 with Peng Shuai. But even that pales in comparison to beating the world #1, the #1 seed. We've talked about how difficult it is for those who try and do the French Open Wimbledon double, and it's only been done by the very best. Billie Jean King, Chris Evert, Navratilova, Graf, Serena Williams, Margaret Court, Yvonne Cawley. Simona Halep has not been able to do it. HSIEH goes through. She still looks in disbelief somewhat.
She can't believe it when she got to that 5-2 deficit. And the draw continues to open up. There were only 2 top 10 seeds left in the draw, along with Serena Williams, who's 25th seed. Now there's only 1. Expect the unexpected on the WTA Tour.